They're telling me in the back they hate Hussam with 3 points. Well, they can hold that. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome to This Is Football. Welcome to another Saturday review show. We told you this season we're going to be a lot more consistent than last season, and we're out here to do this review show. We're here to speak on all the action that happened yesterday. There's so much to talk about. Arsenal drawing against Chelsea, City and Man United's lucky win. Lucky wins is the thing in Manchester apparently, and of course Liverpool destroying Everton in the Merseyside derby. It's just typical settings, you know. We always destroy Everton. Nothing new, Allah. Anyway, big up everyone who's watching us right now or on the replay, because I know a whole lot of you guys like to watch us on the replay. Please don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe to This Is Football if you're ready to do so. Every single person watching us right now or on the replay, please don't forget to hit the like button. This is what I want you all to do. Just do this, close, and then hit that like button right here. Is that Central C's song? Big up. So yeah, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing right now. Close that live chat, hit that like button, subscribe to This Is Football. Big up everyone in the chat. I see all of you, my people here. Big up to Warrior, big up to Treasure, man like Aaron, man like Vel, Kingsman, man like Chidi, Kenwin. You cannot call it Staff TV yet. Like everyone knows, when I'm on Staff TV, I own it. He don't own this channel. He's my recruit. I'm not his recruit. You get me? Big up to Achi, big up to Mo, big up to all of you guys. And look, today's show is gonna be special because I think I've assembled a panel and a half right here. Big up Felipe as well. And congrats on your win yesterday. I know you're a Newcastle fan, so my man just smashed the life out of Crystal Palace. Anyway, hit the like button. Of course you like your own streams. Of course. Help with the algorithms, innit? Anyway, let's get this party started. I've assembled a panel and a half today. First of all, let me introduce the winners. Kevin De Bruyne from Wish is here, ladies and gentlemen. He was there yesterday in Abu Dhabi, and today we have invited him on my channel a day later. You get me? I'm sure he was at the Etihad, for that Brighton game. And he's here to discuss all things Man City and tell us his thoughts on all the other clubs, because he's actually very solid when it comes to all the other clubs. I think the Man City loves get into the way of his opinions when it comes to his own club. Of course, joining us on the channel, the man that has no date night, because it's midday Sunday. Man like Nobbins is in the building. How are you doing, Nobbins, man?
I'm doing good, thank you. You are such a shameless host, describing City's win as lucky when you were lucky to have 11 men on the pitch. This guy.
Yeah,
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
Always welcome, Nobbins, man. Actually, I generally enjoy working with this guy, bro. What a guy. Big up to you, man.
And you, feelings mutual?
100%. Now it's time to just head from Manchester to London. First of all, this guy DMs me, very cheeky DMs from the morning. He's like, oh, I hate Hussam with 3 points. You get 3 points for the first time in a month, and this is how you're behaving. Oh my God, Hussam, why are you so shameless? Hussam, does 2 p.m. mean 2 p.m. or does it mean 2:30 p.m.? I'm like, I'm here on time, brother. Who do you think added you to the stream? Of course, joining us on the channel is one of my favorite Arsenal fans to work with. 100% by far one of my favorite Arsenal fans to work with. And he doesn't have Hamza to worry about today. I actually got him a calm City fan, so I'm not going to cause him a midday headache. So joining us on the channel, of course, is man like Kunle. How you doing, Kunle, man? Oh, wow, thank you, Mouse. You just bottled it. And
Oh yeah, now my people, it's your dark-skinned man from the motherland. If you didn't know before, now today you go understand. Big up Hussam each and every time. Big up Nobbins and the rest of the panel. Smash the like button if you haven't already. And if you're not subscribed, you're crazy. Do now. Now. Big up, man.
I'm sure you feel like this as well, right?
Should I
No,
come
Hamza
with an intro next time?
Yes, I'm very
to
excited
pray for
about
that. If Hamza was here, I swear to you, Kunle wouldn't have been able to.
Bro, I saw him already last night on Never a Foul, and he was relentless. So I'm glad he's not here today, man. Big up Hamza, though.
Hamza's so shameless. Big up to you, Minahi, my brother. Joining us as well, representing Chelsea. He bottled it last time, so I made sure I bullied him into not bottling it this time. It's been a while since he's been on the channel. It's actually been a really long time since he's been on the channel. But you guys see him on the spaces, on the football spaces. He's quite active. You see him on Shigs' channel as well. Chelsea fan, the man that does not care about statistics. All he cares about his technical ability, as he says it, because he's from London. His ability. Just joining us on the channel, of course, is man like Abs. How you doing, Abs, man?
Bro, listen, I'm good. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for giving me a second chance for my little mishap last time because obviously,
What did I miss?
yeah, it's a long story. I'll be real,
Long
but
story.
anyway, it's great to be back on. It's not the best circumstances because yesterday, if I came on straight after, I don't think that some of the things I don't think the video would have been allowed to come up on YouTube with some of the things I had to say. But yeah, it's a pleasure to be back on. I'm happy to be here. Big up everyone. Make sure you like, subscribe, and that. It's been a minute still.
Yes, sir. It has been a minute. It's okay. Everyone makes mistakes. It's okay. We just watched with Sanchez yesterday, and now finally this
Even
final
you,
rep.
Sam. Some fall asleep before streams and that. But
Yeah. People make mistakes. Just
Yeah,
like
true.
Raya from the Mudrik goal. I wasn't gonna mention that, but now you come for back up for your club. Anyway, so now this is one for the OGs of This Is Football, because when I say this name, if you were watching this channel a year ago, then you know who this guy is. We've watched his countless debates with Robbie on so many halftime shows. On so many times, they were talking about Oli, they were talking about Bruno, they were talking about all these things. He then disappeared from the world of YouTube and from Twitter and headed into the world of TikTok, but he won't be dancing on today's stream. Don't worry. He's here to talk football. So everyone's safe. But joining us on the channel, all the OGs remember who was the one guy who always used to rep Manchester United on This Is Football. Abs knows.
Excuse me.
Yes, of course. Vicky Guerrero, aka Ahmed, has joined us on the channel. How you doing, Ahmed, man?
Man said Vicky Guerrero, I'm not.
That's a throwback. If you know, you know.
Nah, big up Hussam for having me on. Listen, it's been a minute. It's been ages. What's it been? 1 year?
Yeah, it's been a while.
been
You left
ages.
me for the TikTok world, akhi. Wallah,
Nah. Listen. I was occupied, innit?
Big up, Ahmed, man.
Hey,
Big
but
up,
Hussam, I'm not gonna lie. That was you were a bit disrespectful to start the stream. Man said, "Let me invite on the winners." Brings on Nobbins, and then brings on two people that have drawn, and then last but not least,
No,
you
but
brought the
Ahmed
Man
was
U
a
fan.
surprise. Ahmed was a surprise, isn't it? See,
Okay, fair
because
enough,
the
fair
comments know. So Ahmed was a surprise for the people. So we just had to, give him a different introduction. That's it.
Come on.
I ain't mad at Man U disrespect ever, bro. Keep it up, man.
100%.
Ain't mad at it.
Sheffield United over 1-1. Guess what? But listen, we leave that to later on. There's only one place to start. Before we do that, as the guys have been saying, as they're coming on, make sure everyone's liking the video. Make sure everyone's subscribing. There's already 180 people in here. We ain't even started yet. So please do run the likes up. Everyone right now, hit that like button. Everyone right now, subscribe. And there's only one place to start, my lovely people. And that is, of course, the capital city of England. That is London. That is the bridge. Stamford Bridge, that is. Abs, talk to the people, my brother. We're starting with you. Well, what are you saying about the Arsenal Chelsea?
So obviously before the game, I wasn't, when I looked at the lineup, I was a bit like, whoa, he's going a bit attacking. But I was like, do you know what? It's brave because too many times we've had managers. This is why our Big Six record has been terrible the last few seasons. Is we've had managers who've not really taken the game to other teams in it. Now that's really and truly that's how you beat the big teams. Especially now people talk Arsenal, City. End of the day, you will never beat them, especially with the way they play, if you just sit back and let them kick ball. That's not how it works. If you do that, you'll get cooked. So I was happy that, we took the game to them. We started with, good formation. And I'll be real, for the majority of that game, I can't name too many standout players because I felt as a team, we all played well. And those are my favorite types of performances. I hate when it's one individual who's pushing you through. I like team performances because it shows that you're on a good trajectory. Like, we played very well. Saliba's penalty was 100% a penalty. I'm not hearing anything about, he couldn't move his arm in this. Listen, I've seen worse decisions go against my club. His arm is out. He's standing there. He's waiting for a taxi. He's put his thumb out saying, taxi, stop, bus, stop, all them those type of things. That was a penalty. And Cole Palmer took his pen, fantastically. Thank you, City. He's been a brazy player for us. And yeah, listen, we was bopping Arsenal. We completely we took them to the cleaners. This is one of the few times I can say Pochettino took Arteta to the cleaners tactically. Arteta didn't. Everything Arteta tried to do from a tactical point of view, Poch matched it. He made Arteta look basic. And we was fully in this. We was so close. And the person I feel so sorry for is Mudryk because he scored a wicked goal. That I don't care if it's a fluke. That is a wicked goal. That
What,
should be
mate?
that was a wicked goal, bro. I
Great
don't
cross.
care if it was a fluke. It was a
How
wicked.
can a fluke be a wicked goal? How does that
Listen,
mean? Anyway,
it's a wicked
let me
goal
not interrupt.
because it
Continue.
come out from the side into the net. That should his name should be up in nights. His name should be in the papers. This would have been his night if not for that. Bismillah, so I don't say anything too bad. If not for that donut, Robert Sanchez. You see that Sanchez?
Love Sanchez.
He threw the game
My
away.
guy, you know.
He lost us the game. I don't care what. For me, it's a loss. It's not a draw. It's 2 points drop. They did not deserve nothing from that game. We should be walking away with all 3 points. And the fact that we drew that because of some stupidness from Sanchez and Gusto for not tracking his man, and Madueke for letting Saka put the cross in after Saka did nothing all game, by the way. Saka was also invisible. Is criminal. It's criminal. And we should, and to be honest, I'll be as much as I want to cook Sanchez, we should really have scored more. Palmer had a chance to score. Jackson also had a chance to score. Like there was some decision making which was a bit.
Oh, the Jackson one was so horrible. He just gave
Bro,
it to
that
Ryan.
Jackson guy, listen,
He's so shit, isn't he?
Bro, listen, I've cooked Jackson too many times. I've said it millions of times on many channels. I do not rate that guy. From when they called him Baby Drogba, I was calling him out. But nah, man, it's so jarring because we literally
Drogba disrespect, man.
for
Crazy.
80 minutes we was by far the better team. They were lucky to get away with a point, but it was our own
75, relax, 75.
75, 80, doesn't matter. We were by far the better team. They had no clue what to do. The only man who did anything for them was Rest and Tomiyasu when he came on. Everyone else for them was meaty. Centre backs, keeper, Saka, Odegaard, again guy missing. What's his name? Martinelli at least tried, but he was getting pocketed by Gusto. And it's just jarring, bro. It's jarring. But as far as the team's performance concerned, it was a good performance, but it just wasn't enough. We need to learn to be more decisive because if Jackson scores that chance, doesn't matter if Rice gets that goal, we win that game. We win that game. If Palmer, Jackson, if all these, but the biggest criminal is still Sanchez, and I said it. Next game, drop him. Don't run him his bread for 2 weeks minimum. Do not run him his bread. Don't run him his bread because that is criminal. You have
suspended wages for 2 months. Yeah.
Listen, he lost the game for us. He cost his team. He deserves to be punished for that alone. And he's not a little man. He's 26 years old. He's a big, experienced keeper. He's a big man. You should not be doing that stupidness. I'm sorry. But yeah, it is what it is, man. And on to Brentford, I guess.
Oh, wait till we speak on the game, Habibi. Relax. Brentford, you're already talking about Brentford. So, Kunle, big up my guy Dan as well. Ahmed getting a lot of love as well in the chat, man.
Big up, bro. Big up to the comment.
That's a TikTok on YouTube showing his versatility. I think listen, Ahmed coming back on the channel. That's why I had to intro him last because it really has been a long time. Wallahi,
Yeah.
It's such a long ass time, man. It's been a year. Big up to you guys, man. Ali and Dan in the chat as well. As if the 2 points would have helped. Chelsea fans, your season is already over, and you can thank us for that penalty with the VAR interference after play, says BIG. Can lie to you guys. All of you are bitching and moaning about Liverpool Football Club. All the pressure we applied on the PGMOL. You're welcome, Abs. You're welcome. Because the play was stopped and they made the decision. So you're welcome, Abs. Sorry, Kunle.
Okay, I see what you're trying to do.
Because Saliba was directing traffic. So, Kunle, talk to me about Arsenal Chelsea.
Look. I deserve any sort of cooking that anyone wants to give me today because I was confident going into this game. I thought that'd be a tough fixture, but I thought we'd get the job done 2-1. And we didn't get the job done. And everything that I said wouldn't happen, happened. For example, I've said Chelsea couldn't score 2 goals. They scored 2 goals. I said that Enzo wouldn't do anything in the game. And to be honest, he looked better than I expected him to look. I still think he's a bit overrated, but let's see how the season ends up. He definitely played better than I expected yesterday. And one thing that made me nearly abort mission, I was nearly not even going to do reactions on Tunnel TV yesterday. As soon as I saw the lineup, Jorginho, I didn't fathom there was a situation that Jorginho will start that game yesterday. I couldn't see it. But as soon as I saw it, the whistle went, I knew problems. Wahala, left, right, and center. The way Chelsea just dominated our midfield, it was a joke. It was literally a joke thing. I wouldn't say their football was anything special or anything like that. And I didn't see them scoring in that first half other than that penalty. But at the end of the day, you have a penalty, you got to put it away. They put it away. And the way they protected the lead up until half time, I have to give Chelsea respect for that, because we after they went 1-0 up, we didn't look like scoring in that first half. Second half, I do not know how that Jorginho, that agent, happened to be on the pitch for an extra 25 minutes. I was like, Arteta, are you all right? It was like he was going against everything. He was literally trying his best to lose that game. But yes, we were given a freaking lifeline after a crazy cross-turn goal by Mudryk, which I could just see in the lights. I'm not going to lie. And literally after that goal went in, my phone battery dead. Do you think I tried to find the charger? Of course I didn't try to find a fucking charger. I said, oh, man, leave that phone. I beg, leave it. Because I could just, I'd given up at 2-0. And just like Ab said, if Latoya Jackson wasn't shit, we lose that game 3, maybe 4-0. Big facts. And I'm a big enough man to admit that. Because I even said it, if you check out the watch along, I even said, if this game goes on for another hour, we know they score any goal. It was a long day. I thought 2, maybe 3-0 the way it was looking, because we gave some stupid half chances. Everyone was off. From when Saliba was having a tough day, I knew, oh, more, if we can leave this place with a point, I go bite arms and legs off right now. And then we get a lifeline. Big up Sanchez, my guy, my brother. Passed it to Declan Rice. Although it was a mistake, it was still a quality finish from Rice. It wasn't easy from the angle he was, but still, it was definitely a gift. And then from when it went 2-1, I'm not gonna lie, we finally got into gear, which kind of pissed me off. It looked like there was only going to be one winner in that game, and Eddie nearly got the headlines with a winner. If that happened,
the bridge, to be fair.
Hey, bro, I would have broke the whole studio, the TV, the cameras. It would have been a madness if Eddie scored that goal. I would have lost it, stripped my shirt off, everything. But at the end of the day, I said, as long as once we went 2-1, I said, I just prayed to the football gods, just give Leandro Trossard one chance in this game. One chance. And I beg, and that's all I asked for. And they gave him the chance. He scored the goal, and we ran away from the bridge of a point. Look, it could end up being a big point in the themes of things at the end of the season, but that's not going to take away my disappointment. Arteta got it completely wrong. He waited too long to do the substitutions yesterday as well. And I don't ever want to see Jorginho start another game for my football club, man, because he is shocking.
Listen, when I warned Arsenal fans about Jorginho, they told me I had an agenda, and now they're starting to see it. Now they're starting to see the light as well. Listen.
I always saw the light, man. I was done with Chelsea man them from David Luiz, but the man them won't want to listen.
Value are a criminal. Value are a criminal, and he should be sentenced. Every time he takes one of my panelists and photoshops him onto something. Wallahi, how did he just make abs into
so quickly? You gotta rate the quickness of it, man. Big up.
You have to respect the quickness. Big up Val, man. W's in the chat for Val. Yesterday he done the same thing to Hamza as well, man. Big up to you, Val. That was real quick. Fair enough. See, you're famous now, Kunle. I have a question for you here from Murshin. Are you the guy from Tunnel TV?
Yes, I am the guy from Tunnel TV. Big up each and every time. Make sure you continue to follow us, bro. Big up, man.
Big up to you, Murshin. Murshin is from Uganda, I believe, as well. So big up to you, my guy, Murshin, man. I appreciate you.
Every time.
Yeah, big up to you, man. My guy. Big up everyone in the chat as well. There's 300 people in here. Make sure you're all liking. Make sure you're all subscribing. Big up to BIG and Murshin for the super chats. I know you guys don't usually see me live at this time, but big up to the Premier League who decided to give us Villa West Ham today. So I'll be damned if I do a Villa West Ham watch along. So I'm good. So before we go to Nobbins and Ahmed, I can't lie to you. This is why I told you at the start, like this panel is elite right here, because both of them just spoke facts, and you can't even say anything about it. Like Kunle's like, we're lucky to get the win. Abs is cussing out Sanchez. It's just how it should be. But before I say my opinion, let's allow the other guests to chime in. So Nobbins and Ahmed, from the outside looking, and what were your thoughts on the game? Let's start with Nobbins actually, because he's in the title race. Sorry, Ahmed.
Sure,
What?
hold that.
Ooh. Love a low
I
blow.
wouldn't have that.
I thought it was a very low quality game, to be honest. I was quite disappointed. I thought it was going to be a bit more entertaining. I thought it was going to be a bit more quality, particularly from Arsenal. I think Kunle's touched on their issues there. Chelsea played better tactically than I thought they would, to be fair. They packed the midfield, and then Arsenal just couldn't quite figure out how to combat that. I think the solution was probably to try to go wide a bit more, but they just kept insisting on I don't know, maybe thinking that Odegaard is this sort of Bruno Fernandes, Kevin De Bruyne style player. I don't think that's his game. So I don't think that was the right approach. I didn't really understand how Declan Rice was used.
Odegaard,
either.
was he playing? Was he playing yesterday?
Exactly, yeah. I don't
That's your
think
skipper as
Declan.
well.
I don't think Rice was used.
Declan
properly.
Rice is my skipper. I don't know what you're talking about.
Because I thought it was better sort of like later in the game when he sat a
Damn.
bit deeper. I think that he's wasted going further forward isn't the right word, but it's sort of like, when Enzo was pushed a bit further forward in the past few games, when Enzo was played at 10, it didn't quite work. I don't think that's Rice's best position. I think that if you had Partey on the pitch, that would have gotten rid of that issue. Before the match, my prediction was that Chelsea wouldn't score outside of a cataclysmic Arsenal error. And to be fair, that did happen on 2 occasions: the Saliba odd jumping, and then Raya from the positioning as well from the Mudryk. The spectacular goal as Abs.
Oh, that was so
labelled
bad. That was so bad.
That was
Yeah,
a wicked goal.
and I guess like it sort of reminds me a little bit of like how I thought when I saw Chelsea and Liverpool at the start of the season, where I looked at them and I thought, I don't realistically see either of them properly challenging for the title this season. And again, I don't personally see Chelsea or Arsenal properly challenging this season. And part
So
of
who's
that
going to
is-
challenge you then? Spurs?
No, I don't think anyone will realistically. No. If
What,
we're
so
talking
you
about
think-
taking it to the last day of the season, I don't think anyone will. To be fair,
You also didn't think we'd lose to you at the Etihad, so I mean at the Emirates. Sorry. So.
but
That's cool. No, that's cool. Opinions are opinions.
No,
Continue.
sure, but in my defense, I think that we would be being disingenuous if we didn't.
There's no
prove-
defense, bro. You lost and you thought you were going to win. That was it. Thanks. Continue.
No, hang on. I didn't think we were going to win. Hang on. I said we were going to draw 1-0.
Did you?
Yeah. Check the
Nobbins?
VAR. I
Listen, we
didn't.
need to
No,
know
Nah,
more.
don't do that, man.
Nobbins?
We need to run the
No,
tapes. We need to
you
run the
run
tapes.
You can run the tape all you want. There is
Second
no way I predicted City to win because I said it's going to be a really tight game. It's going to be 0-0 or 1-0. And again, if you look at how the game panned out, I think we can both agree a draw was probably the fairest reflection of the actual
You
play.
know, football's not a fair game, and it's a results business, mate.
That's
and
sure,
we won.
but therefore my prediction was reasonable.
Was wrong.
Given how
Was
the
wrong.
game went on. Yeah,
It was wrong. Bottom line, it was wrong,
I'm
right?
not going to let you gaslight me, mate. I did not.
I'm
say...
not gaslighting, but
Yes,
the reality is you
are.
got it wrong with your prediction, and this
Sure,
prediction
but
of
I didn't
of
say-
Arsenal
I
are
didn't
not
say
going to
that City
challenge.
were gonna win.
So
I'm
it
not
could
gonna
be
have
wrong
that.
too. That's all I'm saying.
Well, first of all, you were saying that I thought City were going to win. That didn't happen.
But you thought we weren't going to win. That was wrong,
No,
though, right?
I thought it was going to be a draw. And again, I thought
Okay,
a draw
but
would
is
be
a
the
draw
fairest
different
result.
to a win? Is a draw different to a win?
I'm so what? Yes.
No. Okay, so I said that you got your prediction wrong, which is the bottom line of this,
That's
and you
fine.
did.
I'm not disputing that. I'm disputing the thing that you were saying that I thought City were going to win, and I didn't say that.
Okay.
Anyway,
fair enough.
yeah, and so my final take on that is that I don't think you can win the Premier League with Sanchez in net. I don't think you can win the Premier League with Raya in net or Ramsdale. To be fair, I don't think.
I've
that
got
those are-
Alisson, and you still don't think I could challenge. That's mad.
Pardon?
I've got Alisson.
Yeah, but Liverpool have got loads of other issues, i.e., not having a natural 6, for example.
DM, yeah.
Alisson is a Premier League winning goalkeeper.
I'm so glad you said it because when I say it, they call me negative.
Why is
Thank
everyone disrespecting Endo, man? That's rude,
No.
man. Don't do that. He's a
So
six.
yeah.
man. Don't
So
do that.
that's my sort of.
It's like
take from it.
Mudryk disrespected Raya yesterday. Big up to you, Nobbins, man. So we
Raya
go to
disrespected
Ahmed.
Raya.
Ahmed, I know you probably watched the game yesterday. 'Cause,
Yeah.
by the way, big up the Premier League just grabbing all the big 6 games the same day. Bro, you know, yesterday I was speaking to Mo. Big up Judge Mo. You're going to see him later on, inshallah, today in on the, what's it called, on Lahwa. Bro, he was like, Hussam, when are you going live? Like, when are you going to do any reactions? I'm like, bro, I barely have time to like eat a meal and pray between games. Yeah, there is no time. It was insane yesterday. 12:30, 3 p.m., 5:30, 8 p.m. I'm like, let me breathe. Let me
Literally,
breathe,
bro.
Premier League. What is that? Anyway, Ahmed, talk to me about Arsenal Chelsea.
I'll be real, yeah. I disagree. And I actually think the game was quite good. I thought it was entertaining. But the thing is, yeah, with Chelsea, like, I'm hearing people. I'm confused on why they're like angry in it. Like they're saying, "Oh, we should have scored." Then you bring on Jackson, yeah. But I'm like, Jackson, you spent bare money. Like
yeah.
you could have had time to buy a striker, and you expect Jackson to like get a goal for you. I don't get that how that works, innit? For me, like I know Arsenal weren't good, but yeah, Chelsea. I think Chelsea threw that game away. They bottled it towards the end. They fully bottled it because, like, let's be honest, the goals that they scored, a penalty and a fluke. Arsenal could have easily won that game, like towards the end, 3-2 with Nketiah's chance. So like, I don't know, like, I don't think there's enough talk on how bad Chelsea are, you know, because all that money, you know, they're pivot, you know, and what's his name, Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. That's 200 plus mil. Like that's a lot of money, and people aren't putting the same expectation on Chelsea that they should be winning. Like obviously, I don't know if it was City. I think
They're not a big club, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but yeah, they need to talk about it because, like Chelsea, Pochettino. The thing is with Pochettino, yeah, like, yeah, he's not. In my opinion, he's not the guy in it. Like, he's not that type of manager that's gonna grind out results. Like he was winning 2-0. He should have just like be compact, parked it. He just bottled it in it. Like it goes through the players as well. So for me, yeah, they can blame the goalkeeper all they want, yeah, but you spent more than enough money to be winning that game. Way more enough money. That's what I'm saying.
Talk
Wait,
that.
Yes,
talk that,
sir,
bro.
Tyler. That is indeed Ahmed. I
Yeah,
know it's
talk
been a
that,
while
bro.
since you guys have seen Ahmed.
No, but you know,
But you know,
the
now
thing
just because we're gonna open the floor up, we're gonna just talk about it. I'll be honest with you. People have accused me of twerking for Arsenal. I'm so happy Ahmed is of the same opinion as me. That's why I don't know why Kunli is showing me negative energy. I went on the terrace and I cooked Chelsea fans for an hour. I told them that you're gonna win 4-0. But anyway, let me just be honest. And after I say this, khalas, let's just open the floor up. Here's my honest opinion, right? My honest opinion is people are not really talking about how Chelsea bottled it, and everyone's focusing on Arsenal. And I said this yesterday.
Because we're the bigger club, bro. That's how it
hating,
works, man.
despite me hating Chelsea,
very
I
bad.
will not give Chelsea Spurs treatment. I will not give Chelsea Spurs treatment in which I go like, oh, this was a 2-2 win, you know, type shit. I'm not going to do any of that. I'm just going to be real. Chelsea Football Club were 2-0 up at home.
Mm-hmm.
They should have seen the game out. And by the way, Kunle said it as an Arsenal fan, and Abs just said it as well as a Chelsea fan. Bro, when you, and Ahmed agreed with me, I think Nobbles as well, those first 60-something minutes, I think it was up till the 65th minute when Sanchez made the mistake. Up until then, I don't think anyone watching the game would have predicted Arsenal to score to begin with. Like Chelsea defensively were on lock. It was clearances, it was interceptions. You couldn't find Arsenal couldn't find each other in the final third, and it was just like Chelsea were looking like they're about to lock off Arsenal and win the game 2-0. Sanchez makes that mistake, and when Sanchez makes that mistake, fair enough. Look, all of our goalkeepers here have made mistakes. Even the great ones that we've had in the past, all of them, goalkeepers can make mistakes sometimes. My problem with Chelsea is the reaction after the Sanchez mistake, meltdown, directly. As soon as Sanchez made the mistake, as soon as Declan Rice scored the goal, Chelsea just went into meltdown mode. It's like they all buckled. I guess this is what happens when your average age is 13, but they all just fully buckled, you know, and it's just they couldn't fight back. And with Arsenal, the first 65 minutes, it's like Arteta now has a sample size of 65 minutes to tell the players, this is how you should not play football. For 65 minutes, like he's gonna play the first 65 minutes to the whole squad and go like, guys, you see this? Don't do this right here, because that is by far, from when I can remember, probably the worst I've ever seen. Worst I've ever seen Arsenal Football Club. But when they came back and they were strong, and Nketiah could want in the end. I can't lie to you, Nketiah won it at the end,
bro.
On the run of play, it would have been unfair, but football's unfair like that sometimes. But it would have been unfair in my opinion. But for me, people are giving Chelsea Spurs treatment. I'm not gonna do that. As Ahmed said, they spent 1 billion. I'm not gonna sit up here and go like, oh, it was a 2-2 against Arsenal and no one expected them to win. I'm not. First of all, so many Chelsea fans, so many said that they were gonna get something. So I'm not gonna do this whole Spurs treatment. So let's just say it as it is. Yes, I did say, but the London cousins would smoke you. You get me? Kunle turned up to Stamford Bridge without a lighter. Unfortunately, couldn't smoke nobody, unfortunately. But yeah, that's the thing. So for me, those first 65 minutes, up until then, it was it's usually we say a game of two halves. It was like a game of before 65 and post 65, two different games.
It was one.
Why did Chelsea melt down like that after conceding? That's what I don't get.
No, bro, but Hussam, you know the thing is, you're right, because this is the thing. This is the thing with my fan base. This is why I hate about certain people. They'll be like, okay, yeah, this and that. And the thing is, as much as I've cussed out Sanchez, there's a few other people who also need to be put on a chopping block. I won't go on him too tough, Cole, because he's been fantastic, but Cole Palmer should have scored. Nicholas Jackson once again showing to the world that he's not even good enough to start for a third division team in Sudan.
Reminds me of Cameron Jerome. Remember that Cardiff City player, Cameron Jerome?
No, Cameron Jerome. I swear he was a Stoke.
Disrespect.
Yeah, Stoke. He's one of them journeymen.
No one remembers him for Cardiff. Everyone remembers him for Stoke.
He's played for bare teams that hit relegation, man. I can't remember.
Yeah,
I still remember he used to be Stoke's super sub after Crouch and Kenwyn Jones.
Yeah, that's
Cameron, man.
But you rate Cole Palmer?
Yeah, Cole Palmer's a good player.
He doesn't rate Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer's not that guy, man. He's not that guy.
Cole Palmer's been sourcing.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that guy, though, bro?
Yeah, who is that guy?
He's balling. What do you mean by that guy?
Like Chelsea's attack, though. Like the thing is with them, like Mudryk 100, Cole Palmer 50, Gallagher, Enzo, like they're all shit, innit? They're all awful.
Oh really? Okay.
Nah. Palmer's balling. I got
relative to a price tag doesn't mean you're shit. That's silly.
No, Palmer's been performing, and he was only 40 M's, by the way. It wasn't 50. So at least get the figure right.
He should have scored, man.
He should have scored. Nicholas Jackson, as I was saying, he was he showed once again that he's not good enough to even be a regular starter for a third division team in Sudan. Forgetting in England, he's not even good enough for a third division team in Sudan. And I'll be completely honest with you, Malo Gusto, you see, that's been my guy. I told you, for the majority of the game, he was brilliant. He pocketed Martinelli, did what he had to do, but he fell asleep for that goal. For the equalizer, he went to sleep.
Trossard ain't no.
No, but I'm sorry. If you're a defender and you're looking over your shoulder twice to see where
James comes on, you concede. Is it a coincidence?
Very funny. All because your boy can't defend, you're bringing my guy into it. Saying that.
When Trent locked up Mitoma, I'm good.
Listen, he didn't lock up nothing. But anyway,
I'm gonna use that for the next month till he gets.
Listen. What I'm saying is, Reece has passed the Vinny test. Trent has not. But anyway, so
he has done. To be fair,
what else was there? So
Can I ask a question real quick, guys?
Yeah,
was that Jesus thing a penalty?
No.
Where Sanchez came out and didn't get the ball and took him out completely.
No,
Jesus.
It was a collision, bro. You can't be giving a penalty for collision.
Bro, it wasn't a collision. He didn't. He came for the ball. He missed the ball and took out the man.
Bro, listen. He hit his own player as well. I get where you.
Who cares if he hit his own player, bro? He hit my player. What happened?
It was a coming together. It's not a penalty.
King Winter Soldier. I said 2-1. Which part of that was comfortable as a win?
You probably someone. I know how Kunle. Let me tell you about Kunle. Kunle is calm until someone rattles him, and then he starts speaking crazy. That's basically. He was probably on a show with some Chelsea fan who was chatting shit, and he just got rattled where he says, "I'm comfy. It's gonna be a comfy win." I know how he goes. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. After Onana against Wolves, where he did clothesline from hell against the Wolves player. Now you're looking at this. This was a flying kick. This was like Daniel Bryan's finisher. This was like
Daniel Bryan.
Bro, I watched the replay today. Sanchez just jumped and just fully took out Jesus. Like Jesus didn't.
I'll be real, but the thing is, if they gave it as a pen, I would have looked on and been like, you know what? I see where they gave it, but at the same time, I don't think it's a pen. And that's another reason why he's a bozo, because he could have cost us 3 goals today. That fool. And not to mention the Trossard equalizer, he should have saved it. I don't care what anyone says. He should have
come
saved
on,
it.
man. Come
He
on.
should have
come on
saved it.
now.
Come on.
He
Hey, you're
should
being
have saved
too
it.
harsh on the boy now.
Go
Come on.
watch the goal back. Go watch. He literally opens his arms like, you know, when you're taking a girl back home, you open your arms like this to bring her arm here. He opened his arms like this.
Whoa.
This is a midday show, brother. Where are we going?
It's on a
No,
Sunday
I'm
as
just
well,
saying,
bro.
like, you're walking home. Nah, okay, pause. But there should be a pause there. But the point is, when you're like banding arms or whatever, Sanchez's arms was like he was banding arms and it went through the middle right there. He should have saved that second goal. He cost him. For me, he cost us the win. It was his 90% his fault and 10% on some of the other players.
100%.
Listen, I don't play him goal.
But you know what it is? But you know what it is with Chelsea? Like, I'm confused in it because I remember, like, I don't even rate Mount or Havertz in it, but like, you remember like this chatting, oh, Havertz, Mount, they're the problem, and now it's Sanchez, and now it's this, and now it's that in it. Like, you man are flip flopping. Like, I don't know.
There's always a new problem.
No, but hold on. Like, what?
No,
but
you're missing the point. I'm talking.
They do scapegoat, to be fair. He's right.
No. But here's the thing.
And play victim.
No. But here's the thing, right? What you're failing to realize is I'm not saying that he's the problem or we won't go anywhere with him. I'm saying for this individual game, he lost us the game. For one game, with Havertz and Mount, mainly Havertz, it was a prolonged period.
So he was the reason that the players dropped their heads after the goal.
Yes, because
bro, come on, they were rattled, bro. They're professional footballers on big salaries, big contracts. They were bought in for big money. You can't drop your head. You're at home.
On Saturday, Sanchez did lose them the game, though, yesterday. Let's be real.
Listen, this ain't
by the way, Declan Rice, what a finish. People don't give credit.
It's a very good finish.
Great
because
finish,
I would say this right now. So many midfielders that got the ball in that position and they were chickened out of taking the
I swear McTominay scored a goal like that against City, though. Huh?
Salah and Everton. Yeah. I remember.
No, he did still, but like, the thing is, that's another thing I will give credit to. That's another thing, like, because one of my guys
in the Champions League them times.
No, but there's one thing because I saw on Twitter that. Like,
why are you laughing, Abs? Your passport in your drawer, brother. Relax.
I'm not laughing.
At least I use my passport. I'm going to France. You get me? Big up to you,
said, listen, we're doing a Brexit thing this year, and then next year we'll get the VIP. Don't worry about that. We're doing a Brexit thing this year. Listen. But yeah,
big up my guys.
No red this year.
Spoke reckless somewhere. I promise you.
I definitely said we're coming to collect rent again. I give him that. Big up to solid man. We're coming to collect rent. We're gonna let you get this month free. We'll come and collect rent same time next year, though. Big up.
Say that, and we'll be back same time next year. You won't be collecting.
Speaking of collecting rent,
final
question. First of all, let me collect my rent, you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. There's almost 400 people in the building, you guys. Please do slap the like button. Please do subscribe to the channel. Close the live chat, hit that like button, get us to 200 likes ASAP. So please do run the likes up, do subscribe. Big up to Morsheen and BIG for the super chats. Big up Habibis. Make sure you're all liking the video. Make sure you're all subscribing right now. Final question on this topic before we move on to Manchester. Here's the thing. There's the conversation over the last 24 hours. And I want to expand on this conversation because Nobbins already said it. He stole my second topic, but we have to. I'm just open it up so you guys can kind of address it. Certain people are looking at the game yesterday and going like, "This is why Arsenal are not title challengers." What are you guys' thoughts on that whole kind of? Let's ask Kunle actually. People are saying, based on yesterday's performance, Arsenal aren't really title challengers. We're like some Arsenal fans are saying we're not as good as we were last season. Stuff like that. Where do you go with it?
Look, with what's said in social media about rival fans, it's just comical now, to be fair, because first they'll say we're arrogant for saying we're going to beat Chelsea. Then, like, when Chelsea are saying they're going to beat us, they're allowed to say it. Now we're not in a title race because we went 2-0 down, but we didn't lose the game as bad. I would think a team that plays badly and goes 2-0 down away from home and leaves with something, I would say that shows a lot of fight and courage by the team. Although we should never have been in that situation, if we end up taking 4 points from Chelsea this season, like, how can that be frowned upon? Do you get what I'm saying? That's how I look at it in the long scheme of things. With that being said, we should have turned up at the bridge and got our 3 points 100%. But I don't think going to a top 6 rival and drawing away from home should be considered that you're not title challengers. I just don't get the logic behind that personally, because it's not like this team are Fulham or Bournemouth or something. They did spend £1 billion on transfers, so to draw against them away from home isn't the worst thing ever. But I still wanted the 3 points. Let me not lie. But we're definitely still in the title challenge. You don't go beating the treble winners and not be in a title challenge, especially when you're on points with them right now in the season. So,
are you concerned about your lack of offensive threat compared to last season?
Can I lie to you just quickly, Matheus? I see it.
Answer that.
I see what you're seeing. Cole Palmer, you see Southgate's face. I'm currently on Google Images just looking at Southgate. So you have to apologize for me for making me do this. But I'll be real with you. I'm looking at Southgate's face and like maybe 20 years from now, Palmer will look like this still. It's not that far
I can slyly see it.
That's low key, not a bad one right there. Like if Palmer just kind of pulls his hair to the right, grows a beard.
No, in terms of what Nobbins asked, in terms of our lack of attack, I'm more concerned about some crazy decisions Arteta is making than whether that attacking 3 will click, because I just don't see how I need an explanation behind the not starting Thomas Partey. He really must not have been match fit, but why is he even on the bench then? It doesn't make sense. Like, why even ESR would have been a better option than Jorginho in the middle of the park. The guy is just static, slow. Anytime there's a midfield with energy and physicality, he's nowhere to be seen. So I don't know why he'd even start that game. And then why would he take so long to make those substitutions? I thought after we went 2-0 down, even though you should have taken off Jorginho at half time, at least take him off after we concede that second goal. So I'm not worried about the front 3 clicking as much as I am about some of decisions that my manager is currently making. But I won't lie to you though, Nobbins. Last night was the first time I've been really nervous about this Gabriel Jesus boy, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. That's the first time
he might not be the guy to be the number 9.
Yeah, bro. Like he some of the decision making, his shooting, bro, it was just a lot to take in, man. It was a lot to take in, bro. I hope that game was just a one-off because everyone was horrible, misplaced passes, nothing clicked. I just hope it was one of them days. But boy, we'll see next weekend. But I definitely think Ramsdale should be back in the side, because Raya has not done enough to determine Ramsdale to stay on the bench. And if Arteta is not choosing his favorite because he's Spanish, he needs to show the same ruthlessness as he did to drop Ramsdale, to drop Raya at the end of the day, because he doesn't deserve this treatment.
Okay, fair enough. I think this is enough here on the Arsenal-Chelsea game, because we have to move to Manchester United, the biggest club in the world. We have to speak on them now in a second, because I want to address how do you manage to make Sheffield look good is a genuine question I want to ask Ahmed now in a second. Anyway, before we do that, big up my guy Matheus, big up to Morshin, big up BIG. Thank you guys for the super chats. Make sure you're all liking and subscribing. 400 people are in the building. Round the likes up. Subscribe to this football if you're ready to do so. Keep getting involved in the chat. As you see, it's quite an interactive video. So, guys, speaking of gone missing, speaking of frauds, speaking of all that, Ahmed, I don't even know your opinion on Ten Hag or anything, so I'm not.
Don't worry, you'll know. Don't worry, you'll know.
Yeah, we're about to find out. Look, I'm not even gonna violate or anything. I'm gonna just be real with you. It's time to just ask some questions. I know you want 2-1, but in terms of sustainability, as we all know, that's what's important. You won the game, but anyway, I'm not gonna give you any loaded question. Just tell me your thoughts on the game yesterday.
Ten Hag is actually a bum. That's what it is. He's awful, Let me tell you something. Bro,
bring this guy back every week, bro.
Listen to this here. This guy actually catfished the whole fan base, because I was watching him at Ajax, Hussam, and I was just calm. I was like, yo, possession-based football. He's cooking Madrid, Champions League. He's got Donny van de Beek. He's got Ziyech, then popping the ball nicely. And then I said, you know what? Forget Pochettino, bring me Ten Hag. The first season comes. Yeah. First season, won a trophy, top 4. It was a good season. Now let's kick on. This guy went from Ten Hag to Eric Ten Ollie. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, this is 2.0. I'm seeing the same things. If anything, this is worse. Like, he's making Sheffield United, who are bottom of the table, literally looking like prime Barcelona for a little bit. I was like, what's going on? He's like, and the thing is, you know what people say to me, Hassan? Oh, Ten Hag, he's not got his players. He's not being backed. So 500 million isn't enough. 500 million isn't enough to beat Sheffield United. His style of football, by the way, is actually shocking. It's so bad. He's one of the worst coaches I've seen come at United. One of the worst. Because I can't see what he's playing. Like, the thing is with him, he'll talk about, oh, Sancho this, Sancho that. Oh, he's not apologizing. He's down tooling. But you go and play Anthony, for example, who's been stinking that out for a long time, and he still gets played. Rashford as well. He signed the contract and turned into Bebe. He's like, what? Like, what's happened to him? Like, that's what it is. Like, Rashford.
Bebe, that's a throwback right there.
Yeah, Rashford. Like, people were saying, oh, he's a purple patch player, innit? Like, the problem is with United, when you try to build a team around Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford, you shouldn't expect anything. Those two players, they are actually gassed up by the fan base. But in reality, you can't win anything major with them. Like Anthony, like the thing is, call Anthony, but Bruno Fernandes and Rashford. Where was Bruno actually? Where was he? I thought he's the Portuguese Magnifico. He didn't do anything. Where is he? I'm watching him, and sometimes I think to myself, how is this guy good? Like, what's he good at? Like, I don't see it. I don't see it with these players. This fan base overrates players like Rashford, Bruno Fernandes. This manager as well. He's a fraud. Like, you spent all that money, and we're still starting with Maguire and Johnny Evans in 2023. Like, Habibi, bro, you've had all that money to get good players, and you're still playing a guy with Evans. Like, I can't believe it. Like, this for me, Hussein, this is PTSD, you know. It's PTSD because the same stuff they said about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, they're saying it with Ten Hag. Like, I feel like I'm going crazy. Like, it's actually gone to the point where this guy needs to go in it, and people will say, "Oh,
do you know why I respect you, Ahmed? Do you know why I respect you? Because I was with a Man U fan watching the game yesterday, and I was talking about this whole Maguire and Evans thing, and he was like, I was like, how are Man U playing Maguire in 2023? And then his response was, I can't believe it wasn't I can't believe it. It was like, but Evans is playing well though. He's winning man of the matches. I'm like, bro, you're missing the whole point here.
You know what?
Why is he there?
Like, the thing is, I had my opinions on Ronaldo. I was like, you know what, move him on. To be fair to him, he was bagging goals, 18 goals. I was like, he was doing his thing, innit? And the guy goes and get a Weghorst. Like, are people not seeing this guy's talent ID? It's actually, my talent ID is better than him. Put me as the coach. Put my mum as the coach. Like, this is awful. Like, for me, I think we've given Ten Hag too much power at this club. He's too arrogant. He thinks he's like, people will say, oh, it's the owners. But what's the excuses with Arsenal? They've got awful owners. They don't have anywhere near as much money as we do, but they're still playing good football. Like, there's no excuses. So for me, like, Ten Hag, he's not the guy to bring us.
The Glazers take the training, man. Apparently.
Yeah.
Is the solution to sack him then?
I'll be real.
Yes. No, not sack him. Not just sack him. Flipping, get him out of the country. Get him out. Get him out. Get him out, man.
Ban him from the country, everything.
Ban him from the country. I'm watching haram football in my eyes, bro. Like, that is, no, you don't understand. Like, we beat Burnley as well, 1-0. We made Company look like a good coach. Like, people forget, Ten Hag is older than Pep Guardiola.
Shit.
He's older than Pep. He should be established manager.
Oh, is he actually?
Yeah, he's older.
Don't lie.
He's older than Pep Guardiola.
Let me fact check this real quick.
Nah, don't lie. Don't tell me that's a real thing.
I'm actually just about to fact check this right now.
No, check it. Who's older?
But has he managed for as long as Pep? Because you can be an old manager but young in experience, I guess.
February 2nd, 1970. He's 53.
Yeah. And Guardiola born 1971.
When was his first
He
job?
actually is older than Guardiola.
Yes, I told you.
Yeah, but how many jobs has he had though? To be fair,
Nah, it doesn't matter. But how many?
Actually,
how
fuck
many
that. We don't need context for this Ten Hag.
But how many jobs has Arteta had? Arsenal's his first club. Arsenal's his first big club. Like, he's been at Ajax. People forget he was the assistant of Pep Guardiola at Bayern Munich. What was he taking notes of? Like, did he learn anything? Yeah, he's bold, isn't it? But bro, is there even a brain in there? Like, honestly, like, bro, like I said, the thing is with him,
A VS thing.
Yeah, I think with him, you know what he's done? He was like, you know what? He tried to do this possession thing at the start, and then he's like, you know what? It's not working. I'm gonna play this transition football and just prioritize results. And then, like I said, Hussam talked about sustainability. It's not sustainable. He's gonna get the sack. But the thing is, United fans, they've got their head up Ten Hag's arse in it. Like, I don't know if they fancy him or anything, but like they need to actually see the bigger picture. Because like can someone tell me, by the way, please name me one player he's improved. Who's he improved?
Well, to be fair, he got the best out of Rashford last year.
Maguire got man of the match yesterday, bro. So
yeah, but Maguire's still a bum, man.
I can't lie, the statistics with Maguire are scary. I saw it somewhere, and it's like you've been undefeated with Maguire. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, true.
That's why he came up and said, "Oh, you see my win ratio."
To be fair, that's when Maguire started. But Ahmed,
you know what's crazy? Like, you know what's crazy? Like, you know the team he puts out. We played the game against Palace in the cup. I don't know if you guys remember it. You know the one in the cup, right?
Yeah.
No Bruno, no Rashford, no one. We put Garnacho, Pellistri, Hannibal, and I think Martial or Højlund. I can't remember who started. Yeah, we played our best football, Hussam. We played our best football, and this guy goes and this guy reverts back to his normal thing, and then we lose against Palace in the league.
It was against Palace's C team, to be fair.
Yeah, but regardless.
No, but the Palace one, I'll tell you something, Nobbins, on a real, he should just run it back.
Exactly.
Man.
Yeah.
Just run it back. You know what it is, Nobbins? Because they've been shit from the start of the season. Had they lost, they would have been like, at least they tried something.
Exactly.
You know, this guy just said lower your gaze when you're at United. It's haram football.
Bro, you know what it is? You know how people said, oh, United need a striker. Martial is awful. Martial is this. I think they're scapegoating Martial. I know he's been here for ages and he's been always injured. Yeah. Okay, Martial is a bum. Let's just go with that logic. He's a bum. He's awful. Whatever. How many goals has Højlund got? He's got 0 in the league. He's not getting chances. The problem isn't the striker. It's people. We've got too many selfish players at this team. Rashford, you know what Rashford cares about? Let me cut in, knuckleball it, and let me post it on TikTok or whatever. That's what he's on. He don't pass the ball. And then Bruno, as long as he gets a penalty, he'll gas it up. And then this team is just a bunch of individuals with they think.
But
yeah,
you see, I remember the end of last season. I came on pause. This is football, and Hussam was laughing at me when I said, the same thing that happened to Spurs is going to happen to United because there's no style of play yet.
How are you saying Hussam laughed at you? When I am the leader of the F Man United agenda. That's such a lie. You're lying through your teeth right now.
I never said it was a negative laugh, but you did laugh when I made the statement. Like, you did laugh. I didn't say it was a negative.
Yeah, there
or
are
positive
supportive
laugh,
laughs, brother.
Okay, maybe a supportive laugh. But I could see. I said, unless he stamps his style of play this season with the signings he makes, the same thing that happened to Spurs, because they were just like counter-attack football, riding their luck against teams who missed chances against them and accumulated a lot of points. So unless they were able to make a change, I think the biggest mistake was not keeping De Gea and spending money on Onana. Not saying that Onana is bad, but your team was not set up to be ready for an Onana just yet.
Yeah.
So you should have fixed everything else in front and then had De Gea for another 1 or 2 years and then fixed him eventually once you learned to play from the back. It was crazy.
Guy, we bought Amrabat here. We got Amrabat. I was like, oh, get in. Okay, we've got a midfielder. Let's see what he's about. You whack him at left back. What? People say I'm too pessimistic. I'm being realistic. You need to see it. People aren't deep in that United is actually bad. Them 3 points are just papering over the cracks. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy, yeah. But like I said,
it doesn't sound like it.
You sound ecstatic.
It doesn't sound like it at all.
Nah.
But I'll be honest with you, I'll back Ahmed here before we, kind of let Nobbins and Ab speak as well because they haven't spoken on this section. I'll be real with you. Pep Guardiola is not a football messiah or anything, but he does say when you first go to a club, you must establish a style of football.
100%.
That's why step one is always establishing a style. And look, when you look at the successful managers over the last 10 years, I'll speak on Klopp. The excuse that you need specific personnel to play a style of football is absolute nonsense. Because I saw Veltman, I saw others go and play De Zerbi ball at Old Trafford. By the way, we watched it yesterday. It's not like you're looking at that Brighton team going like, oh my God, there are so many players I'd take in my team.
So many world-class
players. Other than Bitoma, who really you're taking from that team? And Here's the thing when it comes to I said I'm going to speak on Klopp. I still remember the first game, literally game 1, Spurs away. Lallana, Origi, Milner on one wing, Lallana on the other wing, and we still played Klopp ball. We were like pressing, gegenpress, etc. You must establish a style of play. I think Ten Hag still has an established style of play. And I always say this, look, if a manager wants to change the way he plays football away at the Etihad or away at Anfield or away at the Emirates, fair enough. But you need to have a certain way you play football against 95% of the team. That's the thing. Against 95% of the teams in football, you need to have a specific way of playing football, and that's where Ten Hag fails for me. I'll be so honest with you, because he hasn't established that yet. And against Palace, Ahmed is 100% right. He should just run it back. Whether it was C team, D team, F team, just run it back, because it ain't been working since the start of the season. Just give it a go and see what happens. But look, Rashford and Bruno were always going to come back into that team, but
100%.
they are individuals who kind of are getting into the way of the success, in my opinion. I don't think Rashford's that guy at all. I don't think he's that guy.
This music to my ears. Finally, because you know what it is, Hussam? Like people, the thing is with Rashford, I'm not saying he's an awful player. He can obviously score goals. We saw it last season, but it comes in patches. It's never sustainable. It's never consistent. Like he's got 1 goal in 17, I think, this season. Like the thing is with Rashford.
Same as Havertz, I think.
Same as boy. But yeah, like that.
Thanks for the bread as well, Kunle, for that.
Yeah, like I said, Ten Hag, he's prioritizing results instead of the whole team. Like he's not looking at the bigger thing. And I actually think he contradicts himself a lot, because he'll talk about, obviously the whole Sancho saga, right? Like, okay, for example, you play him. This is what I don't understand, by the way. In pre-season, and I know it's only pre-season, the standout player in that season was Sancho. He was playing him in a different position. He was looking fast. I know he scored the goal against Arsenal. I was like, oh my God, Sancho might be back. What does he do? Put him on the bench and plays him on the wing. So you played him in a false 9 this whole time just to put him back on the bench. Like, see what I mean? Like, I don't think people are concentrating on the little details like that. Like, it makes no sense to me.
But the whole Sancho thing, he dealt with completely awfully, man. It's like, with a player like Sancho, you let him hang himself or him just play himself into form. One of those, you didn't need to call him out like that at that time. It's not like you had loads of players you could rely on if he doesn't play. So it's like illogical.
You know what it is with the
decision-making,
Sancho thing? I'll be real. It's not that what he did with Sancho was any good, but it's about consistency. So it's a case of you can't be picking favorites, especially when it comes to form. So you say Sancho's underperforming, cool. 90% of football fans, forget Manchester United fans, will say in the 3 years that Jadon Sancho has been at United, he has not performed to the level. And really, if they want to get back to the top, shouldn't be a starter. But then at the same time, you can't be starting a man who, let's be real, all he looks like is a wish version of Pink from 2012 when he's playing out wide. He ain't nothing special like that. So
did you just say Pink?
Yeah, Pink's a real throwback for all the people who know that. But yeah, so.
But you know what's going to happen with Sancho? Like, okay, we sell Sancho, and then like the thing is, Pogba was the problem, or Martial was the problem. Now Sancho's the problem. Ronaldo was the problem. Like all the good. Like the thing is at United,
Ten Hag did the problem. Oh.
Like the thing is,
Wahala.
Wahala everywhere.
You know what it is? Like, I know Hussam's not a big fan of like this technical ability thing, but the thing is, if you actually realize,
no, I am a fan of technical ability. I'm just not a fan of you using that as an excuse for lack of performances. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't get it. Is Garnacho better than Sancho? No, he's not better than Sancho, but he just fits this team better. There's a difference. He fits this team. He's not.
I guess the issue is if you sat...
I rate Garnacho. Garnacho's a good player, man.
Yeah, he's good, but he's not better than Sancho. If we're talking about he's not better than Sancho, but he'll more likely have a successful career at United than Sancho, just because of how we play.
If you do sack like Ten Hag as you want to, though, I mean, I've got my issues with Ten Hag, like he's not as good as I thought he was, etc.
Yeah.
But if you sack him and you bring in another manager, let's say, I don't know, like this season or whatever, he's got another transfer window, then you're going to have a squad where you've got players who've been purchased by 5 separate managers, all with like totally different tactical identities and philosophies. So is it not it might be a short-term fun solution to sack Ten Hag and, we all laugh and have a great time. But long term, as I say, it would mean that you're going to have like this like random collection of players. It basically means that all the players that Ten Hag bought for his philosophy, with the Ajax connections, they all become redundant. Like you still got some players from the Louis van Gaal era. Never mind like Mourinho and Ollie as well. So do you not see that being like a worse long term issue of, as I say, of like players, a collection of players, where like 5 different managers, all with their different imprint, have tried to contribute to this.
Chelsea.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, but like at the end of the day, you can just get rid of them. Like, just get rid of them, just start fresh. Like, just get rid of them. Like,
But what if they're on like a big contract and a big a big
Chelsea
salary
contract.
and a big
United
time on
Who,
their
who do you think
contract?
would be a problem selling Nobbins? Because I think you could sell. People would buy Rashford. People would
Bro.
buy Bruno.
sell
I think-
Rashford for a pack of crisps, mate. Honestly, get rid of him. I don't care how much. Sell him.
Hey, come
Sell
on,
him.
bro.
I think it's
Come
more
on.
the wages that's an issue. I think that lots of these. I mean, I don't have the details in front of me, but as I understand it, United have one of, if not the highest wage bill in the Premier
Yeah, that's
League.
true.
Like,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so
they do.
I think
They-
that outside of the likes of obviously big English clubs, outside of Saudi Arabia,
Yeah.
PSG maybe. I don't know where these buyers are going to come from.
But the thing is with the wages, that's all.
Can you
all-
imagine Rashford in the Saudi league? He'd bang in the Saudi league.
You're rude.
Nah, I
man.
agree with what you're saying. Innit? I agree with
You're
what you're
rude.
He'd bang in the Saudi league.
Of
He'd
course
win the
he would.
golden
Everyone
boot
would.
over there.
The
We
thing
would
is,
all
yeah, like,
probably bang in the Saudi league, bro. Let's be honest.
like
Yeah.
the
No,
wages
I
thing is an
wouldn't
issue,
bang.
though. I can't lie, it is an
I
issue.
wouldn't
But
bang still.
like I said, like until we get new owners,
Maybe
like,
10 years ago.
what we're gonna
before
do?
my
Like,
injury. I was about to make it to the Premier League, man, but
You got injured, yeah?
I was supposed to be the first Arab Liverpool player, but Salah got into the way of that. So
Listen. Every man does this. They say I had an injury that stopped me from going
Right.
pro. Now,
Hey,
listen,
Abs,
what happened-
you're 10 years
Like,
younger than me. Why aren't you in the academy?
Yeah, exactly, Abs. You're the one that
Bro,
can actually
because-
still be
No,
playing, man.
because
Well,
the
go on,
thing
bro.
is, here's the difference, right? I don't make excuses. I know that I'm not at that level to become a Premier League footballer, innit? So
Yeah,
Listen,
but
I
we got
wasn't that
injured.
level.
We're not the same as you. We got injured,
Yeah,
bro.
I was at that level. It's just
No,
the
how
injury.
do you know I didn't get injured? How do you know I didn't get
Different.
injured? How do you know I didn't get injured? Huh? I
Because
could
you
tell
didn't lead
what-
with that. You didn't lead with that. That's how we know.
Anyway, listen, speaking of
Nah.
that level, we're going to move on to Man City next. Big up to Chombe, who says, Good morning. Good morning to you, Chombe. I see as well, Mike Das is on the chat telling me we don't usually do shows this early. Yes, you're right, we don't. But also the Premier League don't usually give us Villa West Ham on a Sunday. So,
This
and
is
they
true.
don't cram all big 6 sides on the same day either. So, yesterday it got to like 2 a.m. and I just felt like I was playing on the pitch. I was so tired. Like it just got to the stage where I was just like, nope, I'm done with this. I'm done with this. So, it is what it is, man. But good morning to you, Chambe. And good morning to Matthios. Big up to Morshi. Big up to BIG. Big up to everyone in the chat. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. We still have Manchester City and Liverpool to come before we wrap up. So yeah, as I'm saying, please do that on the likes up to subscribe. And Nobbins got mad at me at the start because I said it was a lucky win. So now we will allow him to say his thoughts on the game. Maybe it wasn't a lucky win. Maybe I was watching something else. But Mr. Nobbins,
Hello.
talk to the people, brother. What are you saying?
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, this would be interesting to explore because I don't, unless you're joking, I don't know where the lucky wins come from. To be fair, as I say, I'm sure we'll explore it. Yeah, I watched the game and I thought the first half was fantastic. It was sort of like back to like what people expect to see from a City side, scoring 2 goals, Haaland with a really nice 20-yard tap in. That was fantastic. It was, I mean, Doku against Milner was like, it's one of the biggest mismatches I've ever seen. He needed way more help there because every single time we were just attacking down the left-hand side and Doku was just, I don't know how old Milner is nowadays, but that should be like, I don't know, like a human rights abuse or something to have like Doku thrown at him for like 70 minutes or whatever. What else? Foden was fantastic. He didn't get a goal or assist, but it was like one of his best performances in the City shirt. It's Rodri and Stones back together.
One of his best in a City shirt. Really? I didn't watch the game.
Sorry, this season. This
Oh,
season.
whew,
Yeah,
I was
he
gonna
was
say.
fantastic. And what else happened? Yeah, so that was the first half. That was fine. And then second half, we came out slower, but we'd basically done all the damage in the first half. That was fine. Haaland should have made it 3-0, which would have absolutely killed the game. And then it was just what was the sequence that happened? I think that Doku Alvarez had a shot because the keeper was off his line, and then that led to the counter attack, which led to the goal. I think so. Alvarez maybe a bit of bad decision making. Haaland was in his space on his own. Maybe he could have like passed it to him, and then Haaland has a better chance to shoot. But then I think like Matoma did Walker. Akanji makes an unforced error, and then Brighton scoring like the 70th or 75th minute. But then even after that, it wasn't like, panic stations. Pep made some astute changes. Jack Grealish came on, who's fantastic at slowing the game down. I didn't watch that game and ever really thought that we were going to concede again, because it was just a really calm reaction to the goal, which is great to see. And I can't really remember Brighton having an actual chance outside of the goal that they scored. So yeah, I thought this was a really good.
Mitoma had a couple, Nobbins. Come on. He had a couple.
A couple of chances. I can't remember those.
Nah, I watched the match today. He had like 2 chances, but I just think Mitoma needs to work on his finishing personally. But he's really good at getting to the.
Yeah, I can't unless I'm misremembering. I seriously can't remember.
I thought Ferguson had a really bad game. Evan Ferguson. I thought he would just didn't get involved enough, in my opinion. I didn't see him get involved as much as he should. I think Man City controlled the game for 75 minutes. And then Fatty got that kind of goal against the run of play. And then it was just, it was kind of all Brighton after that. It was kind of all Brighton. Not all Brighton, the player, as in like all Brighton. Not like all Brighton, as in like the Leicester winger. Anyway, so it was kind of all Brighton at the time. And I think, look, I just said it at the start to piss off Nobbins, because it's always good to piss off Nobbins. But I don't think Brighton did enough to get an equalizer, in my opinion.
No,
like even towards the end, they had a couple of free kicks, so wasteful with them. Like, and you know what it is? Look, I get it, De Zerbi. You want to play this beautiful football stuff, and I love you for it and shit, and keep passing right and left. Yeah, but when you are getting a free kick in the 90th minute, can we cross it into the box, please? Like sometimes just crossing it. Like sometimes it doesn't always have to be press X. Sometimes you can press circle or square, dependent on which game you play. You can press circle or square. Like it's okay. Those buttons are not allowed.
Playing on 2 buttons.
It's just it was pissing me off there at the end. But do you think City? Let's ask the rest of the panel this. Do you guys think City look as good as they've done in the past?
No.
Please, let's not start asking this question, no, because every time we ask this question, things start to happen. Please, I'm not answering. N.A.
Past meaning last season, or past meaning sort of like the start of
Nobbins, he didn't mean to ask the questions. Forgive us. Pep, he didn't mean. Forgive us.
No.
I know you watched the show, Pep. He was joking. He didn't mean to ask the question. You guys are just building momentum.
Violating you
for the next
because
season.
It's been a while. I'm gonna just do this instead of. He just photoshopped you onto Vicky Guerrero, bro. This guy is such a fraud, wallahi. Val, why are you violating my guy Ahmed like this, man? I said,
that is a throwback for the throwbacks.
That is a throwback. If you remember,
you know what's mad though? You see with City, when everyone says, they start slow. They've been doing this for so long. All they'll do is they'll start slow, a little bit. Like in a boxing fight, where like Floyd Mayweather will let you come in for a little bit and just be like, box it out. Then you get tired. And then when it's time to really get going to this, be like 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 wins in a row. And it keeps going. And then once they've won the title, then they'll slow down again. And then they've got the VVS.
But their run in the next 5-6 games, it ain't easy. United away, Spurs,
that's very
Liverpool, Chelsea.
United
away, easy as well.
Swear down, that's their run.
Yeah, it's not like they've got easy games. They're literally playing like, when I look at the fixtures, they're literally playing like 4 of the top 6, I swear.
No, hold on. If they're playing United away, they will win.
Nah, game at home. Bobby Charlton passed away, their first game at home since then, bro. There could be different stories written in that game. I'm not too sure about that.
Just last season, Man United beat City. Thing is, first of all, I think that Rashford goal should have been given. I said it on the day.
R.I.P. Bobby,
but yeah, 100%. But I'll be honest with you. So they're playing young boys next in the champs. After that, it's United away, Bournemouth at home. Let's not even say anything. And then Chelsea away, Liverpool at home, Tottenham at home, Villa away. So those are their next. I can't lie to you. Other than Bournemouth, those next 5 games. Hey, listen.
The only
I see
game
4 wins and a draw at worst. 4 wins.
The only game where I genuinely
don't ever disrespect me like that, Kunle.
No, but you know what it is. The only game I see.
We're talking about. No, sit down on the floor.
That was the draw, bro. That was the draw.
And said the draw.
No, that was gonna be the Liverpool win. Relax.
No, but you know what it is. I'll be real. With City, the only game I genuinely see them losing
3
or
point
potentially
collectors.
dropping points is Tottenham away. They won't. They won't lose to United. They won't lose to us. And at home against Liverpool, they've
But how
got-
do you know they won't lose to you, for example? Why are you so sure of it?
Bro,
Because he
because
knows
we're
his team, bro,
rubbish.
come
That's
on.
why. One
Okay,
good performance.
you
they
are
can
rubbish.
lose.
I agree. But it doesn't mean that City are 100% going to win. This is the thing.
No, Hussam, listen.
No, can we
No,
stop acting like the City games are wins before they happen?
No, Hussam, listen. I'll listen.
Even Nobbins would agree. Like City need to go out there and win them games. It's not like the win is written
No,
on
for
the
sure,
fixture
for
list.
sure. But
Come on,
Sam,
man.
prior to this City thing, I remember going through Premier League battles with Manchester United, and they'll start slow, and everyone will start saying this nonsense again. Oh man, you look different from last season. The turn of the year comes, and they go on a stupid run and win the title, bro. It happens with all teams. It's just the easiest thing to say because everyone's bored of losing to the best team. That's what it is. So they'll
Hey, Man
say,
United
let's see if
still
they
go
can
on them
creep in.
stupid runs, but this time with L's instead of W's. It's crazy.
Sensational stuff.
I think that John Stones has come back at a really good time. To be fair, I think that the Brighton game was his first Premier League game of the season. So aside from De Bruyne, we don't have any major. Well, I don't think we have any absentees apart from like Akanji who missed the United game, but I don't think he played anyway. So I think that realistically, as long as City can sort of, I think even if City are like 6 points behind first place when De Bruyne comes back to full fitness, then I'd be amazed if like City just don't go on some mad run and then just like make up those 6 points in like the next like 8-9 games or whatever. It's only De Bruyne that's missing when he comes back.
Listen, De Bruyne is recovering. He's on our podcast right now. So here's the thing, Nobbins. I'll ask you one final question, kind of before we move on to Liverpool. The Akanji red card. What do you make of it? Are these Premier League referees taking the piss now?
No, it's a second yellow. It's fine. It's a tactical. It's soft, but it's a tactical foul. Like Brighton are on the counter, and he brings him down. I've got no issues with it. He misses the United game. It's only a 1-game suspension, and I like Akanji, but for me, he's
back, so you'll be all right.
Wait, can I ask you a question? Do you prefer Doku or Grealish, by the way?
Oh, that's a good
I don't have a
question.
preference. I like both of them.
But do you not
think they both provide different things? Though,
exactly, that's exactly right. Depends on the game. For example, we go 1 goal. Brighton score a goal. What happens basically immediately? Doku comes off. Grealish comes on. Grealish slowing the game down really well. So it depends on who the opposition is. Depends on, and if you've got Milner at right back, who's about 87, play Doku.
Yeah, that Milner right back. I knew it was they're definitely losing when I saw that, man. So he's a question De Zerbi after that.
But that's mad though. Like, when you say just to obviously Grealish cost a lot of money. Like, just to use him just to slow things down. Like, that's crazy.
It's not just to, but that's one of his really good attributes. If you think of like some of the key games last season, in the Champions League against Bayern and Real Madrid, that was like a really good part of his play. He does loads of other good stuff as well. That's just like one of his underrated attributes that I personally really value highly.
Yeah,
Grealish, man. Grealish used to be fun to watch. Now he's a robot in this City team.
There's obviously something going on with Pep and Grealish because he's definitely not getting them out of minutes he should be.
Apparently, the reason why he was dropped is because he was in cream fields or some shit. But anyway,
and he came back steaming or something.
Nobbins, the reason why I think I actually agree with Ahmed, I think that's a good question. Final question this time before we move on to just Liverpool final topic. Here's the thing. In this next fixtures, let's say like the City, the Spurs, the Liverpool, the City Spurs, City Liverpool, City United, like the bigger games. Would you rather play Grealish or would you rather play Doku in them games?
For the most part, I'd rather play Grealish. But again, it depends. Okay. If there's, for example, with I don't know what the United fullback injury situation is. I believe there's a bit of a crisis going on there. If it's Lindelof at right back, then play Doku. Go for it or whatever. But
it's so abusive.
What if it's Wan-Bissaka?
Well, exactly. If it's Wan-Bissaka, I'd probably rather Grealish play there because Doku's best. Well, Doku's best attribute is being able to get past his man. Wan-Bissaka's best attribute is not letting someone get past him. So there's a risk that Doku will be neutralized. So in that case, I'd rather a different skill set on the pitch.
I've seen two wingers cook Wan-Bissaka in the last 3 years. Like,
Wan-Bissaka is awful. Yeah, he's awful.
It was Mane, and it was Martinelli once as well. He cooked him. Like it's because the one thing Wan-Bissaka does is slide tackle. So the thing is that's the one attribute he has.
Listen, Aaron's got long legs. That's why.
Hey, he's a spider, bro. He don't play around, man. But can we have a moment for Mitoma, what he did to Carl Walker, bro? That was horrid, bro.
Yeah,
That
you
was
know, Trent locked
absolutely
up with Mitoma,
horrid.
and then the Walker
What?
test, he just
Allow
passes
him
it to
one
Reece.
mistake. It's fine. He's still basking in the glory of when he locked up
Disrespect.
Vinicius over 180 minutes last game. Allow it.
Fair
Big
enough.
up Trent who locked up Ronaldo. Anyway, speaking of Trent, final segment, you guys. Liverpool Football Club 2, Everton 0. And usually, and here's the thing, because you guys know I love you guys, this is a channel for the people. You know, customer complaints is, Hussam, whenever you get them panel shows, why do you never talk about Liverpool Football Club? Let us hear the rivals' opinions in our club. So now, you know, we're here. We're here to talk Liverpool
After
FC.
3 points, surprise, surprise, Liverpool gets brought
Listen,
up.
first of
Yeah.
all, that's a lie because we spoke about Liverpool after the 2-2 draw and after the Spurs heist, you know, so that's not my fault, you get me. But anyway, let's since Kunle has so much verbal towards Liverpool, I don't know why we're not rivals, Kunle. Stop forcing rivalries, brother.
Bro, I've got no issues with Liverpool. Liverpool are my
Thank you.
second team.
Thank you, big up.
I do
So
still.
Liverpool 2, Everton 0. Whoever wants to start, go for it. Or actually, let Kunle start and then we open the floor up. Go on, Kunle.
To be honest, like Liverpool, I always thought Liverpool were going to win that game, regardless of what happened. Whether even Everton had a good 60 minutes of that game, the only result I saw was Liverpool winning that game. That doesn't excuse the fact that they shouldn't have finished the game with 10 men for sure. But I guess the referees have spoken about what happened at Spurs, so they got to give them a couple of layups to fix that situation. But there was no scenario that Everton takes points from Anfield for me. So it was business as usual yesterday. Darwin is doing his thing. As I said, this will be his season. I still look at him as a mini Diego Forlan. People keep trolling me and laughing at me for that. But look, he's not going to be a man that scores many goals, but he's going to be a man that scores some spectacular goals. And they're going to be some crucial goals as well. So him and Salah seem to be creating some sort of good link up and partnership, especially when teams are a little bit tired in the last 20 minutes of games. That's when they really come into life. So yeah, job done, 3 points. Big up Liverpool, man.
Nah, let's not big up Liverpool, man. Don't big up Liverpool.
Facts, don't big up Liverpool.
Nah.
I got no issues with Liverpool, man.
I do. We don't let Liverpool round here.
What's going on with Kunle's neck?
Oh my God! How has he just done that? How is he just? Hey, sensational!
Big
bro.
up,
I gotta respect
Big
it,
up,
bro. I gotta respect it, bro.
He fully photoshopped us both into Liverpool kids. He sent one about Nobbins. I don't know if I should violate him, but that's actually low-key a good one as well for Nobbins
Okay,
because
well,
we have been calling him De Bruyne from Wish as well. So
well, you've got to
might
put it
as
up
well.
now that you've said it.
Yes, I am.
Yeah,
I'm
you have to do it now.
I can't see it yet.
It's still loading.
It's loading, isn't it?
That's not bad, to be fair. The skin tones sort of match. Fair
Yeah,
play.
you can never be mad at me ever again for calling.
Looks like a
you
mix
Kevin
of De Bruyne and McAllister.
100%.
Yeah, he does.
You can never be mad at me ever again for calling.
When are you
De
gonna
Bruyne
put the
up.
Photoshop picture up? Is it just Kevin De Bruyne up here, mate?
Oh, well done.
That's actually a good one. That could low-key be your profile picture and people will believe.
Isn't it?
I reckon, genuinely, if Nobbins traveled around the world and claimed he was KDB, people would believe him.
No, facts. In America, they
This
definitely believe
myth
it.
must
In
end.
America, they'd believe you. 100%
100%.
they would.
They'll be
Oh,
Oh
like,
my
no,
God,
no,
that's
bro.
Kevin De Bruyne, dog. They will 100% believe.
Kevin De
Is
Bruyne.
that literally Kevin De Bruyne? Oh my God.
Like
He plays
totally
for
Kevin De
Man
Bruyne, bro.
City?
But KDB,
Now the
Crazy,
only thing
bro.
is Nobbins needs to grow his beard a bit, and then it'll be
Yeah.
KDB still.
Oh, I
Oh,
shaved
yeah,
yesterday,
yeah,
to be
yeah.
fair. So yeah, next time I'll just grow it out. We'll
Yeah,
see what
just grow a beard a
happens.
little bit, and then it'll be like the Bruyne region.
Does your beard not grow, Nobbins, or do you shave it?
I shave it, yeah.
If you do, please, grow your beard and just travel around the world, bro. They would all think you're KDB.
Yeah, grow your
100%.
beard.
mate, it'll be elite content, bro. Do it, man.
100%. 100%. So anyway, speaking of elite, who actually no? Let the guys speak first. I'll go last on my own club. Who wants to talk about Liverpool
was a-
Football Club? Oh, so, look at Will. Sorry, Will. Sorry, America catching strays there. So yeah, big up. Sorry, big up to you, man.
It was a really weird game. It's like I thought that Liverpool were gonna like. Obviously, they did dominate like the ball and stuff. But I thought it was going to be a really comfortable game for them. Maybe the red card sort of helped Everton just definitely commit to defending. I mean, that's all they were doing anyway. But it was just such a. It's like an impossible game to assess because it would have been so interesting to see what would have happened if Konate got sent off. Because was it like the 65th minute when that incident happened and like Liverpool were playing against 10 men for the most part up until that point, and they weren't able to break them down. And obviously the goal wasn't even like a chance they actually directly created. It was a penalty. So yeah, it's just a weird game to assess. I still think Liverpool deserved to win. It just would have been interesting to see what would have happened if Konate was sent off. But yeah, even if he was, I still probably would have expected Liverpool to win maybe like 1-0 or something like that.
I actually think they could, you know what it is with Everton, yeah? I actually think they could have got a draw. But as soon as I realised Ashley Young, Ashley Young, man, he's an idiot, man. Because like, bro.
Speaking of violation, Diaz against Young was a violation as well. I can't lie to you. Young just couldn't live with him.
When
Ashley
he got
Young was
that
the sacrificial lamb.
when he got that second red, he's supposed to be like the most experienced player. You don't slide in like that, especially against a player like Diaz who's going to cook you. And you're on a yellow card, so as soon as Ashley Young got that yellow, I know Everton weren't going to score, but I think they could have stunk it out a 0-0. But like I said, yeah, Salah, man, this guy pisses me off, bro. He'll play shit and then he'll score in it. Like he's just one of them ones. Listen, I don't like them, man.
Bro, he's too elite, bro. You can't question my guy. Like there can't be no Salah slander anymore. The guy's elite, bro. Good game, bad game. He's contributing to goals in his team, bro. He's elite.
Yeah, the only Liverpool player I'll ever give flowers more than I should really give him floor is Szoboszlai, because I did tell Liverpool fans Szoboszlai a top player. He's a fantastic player. You know, I hate that they got him because he should have been playing in the 10 for Chelsea, but a very good player.
He can ruin his career.
He would have died at Chelsea, innit?
Nah, he would have sourced that. He would have been doing better than Bruno. He would have been doing better than Bruno. He would have been doing better than
That's not difficult.
No, but I said he would have been doing better than Bruno, Odegaard, all these guys.
If he was,
I can't lie to you. Before we wrap up, I'm so glad everyone's just complimentary of Liverpool. Make my life easier.
Boom, man. No one likes Liverpool.
And look, here's the thing. I'll be honest with you. Even if it was 10v10, I still believe we would have won anyway. Like, I'll be honest with you. If you watch that game, Everton had one header in the second minute, and ever since then, Alisson could have had shisha. He could have had iced coffee. He could have sat on a chair and just smoked a cigar or a spliff or whatever. Like, he could have just sat there and just had a nice day because he didn't even see the ball. Like, Everton were absolutely dreadful. Look at the stats, and it's scary. 80% possession, almost triple the passes, 4 times the corners, 26 shots. Liverpool, in my opinion, even had Konate been sent off, Liverpool Football Club would have won that game anyway. I think we were the much better team. And look, we deserve to win. And at the end of the day, the PGMOL, they've already messed us about 2-3 times, so they can hold that now. You know, in my opinion, by the way, flow of the game, it wasn't red. Because we got 1 yellow and they got 1 yellow. So the ref was letting the game flow, to be fair. Like, if you look at the stats, it was 1 yellow Everton, 1 yellow Liverpool. So it's not like he was trying to send people off. And I don't even think Akanji should have been sent off. That's why I asked Nobbins earlier on. Because I think, by the way, the Premier League referees are just taking the piss now. The Premier League referees just taking the piss. Like, I'm really, I just don't know. I just don't even know what to say to them now. And that's the thing, Felipe. They were in our half for 6 minutes at the 98. And about 3 minutes were towards the end when they were trying to score one. And that's it. So, yeah, Everton definitely didn't deserve to win that game. And that's just the honest truth. Anyway, we got to wrap it up here. Because there's not much to say. Liverpool won. 3-point collectors. Nobbins and Ahmed, 3-point collectors. Where's the energy? 3-point collectors.
Listen, we won 3 points in it, but like, bro. Listen.
You cannot do a circle with 3 and just do this. That's all that's required. 3-point collector.
Doing the Trossard celebration. Goodness me.
Nobbins has muted his mic as well. That's crazy. Trossard, first of all.
Oh, apologies. I was going to say, like, why do you have the circle thing? Why not just put 3 fingers?
Because it took, you know who first done this? It wasn't Trossard. It was John Joe Shelby. I promise you. Go watch the tape. John Joe Shelby first.
But no one but you remembers that. So we're gonna go with Trossard from here.
They used to say your defense is terrified. Voldemort is coming. But anyway, big up to Chambe, big up to Matthios, big up to Morshin, big up to BIG for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting us. Thank you so much for showing us love. I appreciate you guys. Why did you Photoshop Nobbins onto Mark Goldbridge, Val? That's so random.
Oh my god.
Yo, Val, you should be locked up. I'm being real with you. Anyway, love Habibis. Make sure you're all liking. Make sure you're all subscribing. We're gonna be back inshallah at 8 p.m. for Al Ahwa. I know you guys love that show. Stay tuned. Saad and Ziad will meet for the first time. So yeah, run the likes up, subscribe. We're gonna go around the lovely pan. They're gonna let you know where you can find them. My brother Nobbins, where can the people find you other than on the football pitch?
Brilliant. Well, after this, I'm about to go live on Twitch, actually, which is El Nobbins. We're going to be playing The Walking Dead. If anyone wants to join me for that, you're more than welcome to. If you don't, then don't. There's no pressure.
The Walking Dead, that's the zombie game, right?
Yeah, it's like a story-based game where your actions change the outcome of the game and who lives and dies. It's really cool.
Okay,
What are you playing on?
Fair enough.
PC.
Nice.
That's such a Nobbins thing. Hey, look at me. Look at my specs. I'm such a PC guy.
Well,
just grow up and buy a PS5 or something.
Grow up.
I said grow up, you know.
Grow up talking about PC. Hey guys, look at my specs and my graphic card. Piss off. Always one of them PC people. I knew it. He played RuneScape growing up.
I did buy some RAM today, to be fair, so yeah.
So, Ahmed, welcome back to the channel, my guy. Definitely
bro.
working together as well multiple times, inshallah, in the future. Where can people find you?
So you can find me on TikTok. This is my TikTok name right here, Ahmed MUFC7. I mainly post over there, but if you want to follow me on Twitter, is Ahmed6809. Find me on there, give me a follow. And then, yeah, thanks for having me again, and big up the panel and big up the comments. Big up everyone. Thank you.
Big up to you. 09 is the last time United won a relevant trophy. Abs, where can people find you?
Or you can find me on pretty much anywhere and everywhere. On Twitter, where I'm basically going at the Chelsea fan base. On Shigs' channel, on the Bull TV. You know, we're going to be doing a review show, I think, on Thursday, where everyone will be able to, we'll dissect what happened this weekend. And yeah, on Hasam's channel, everyone's
Thursday, does Shigs know we're playing Toulouse this Thursday? Remind me when the Europa League. Maybe he forgot. Remind me.
Listen, that would be funny. Shigs, listen, if we lose live on camera, then you get to see Shigs' reaction. It's the funniest thing, trust me. So, and yeah, you find me another foul as well from time to time. And yeah, big up for having me on, bro. It's been a pleasure.
Kunle, finally, where can people find you, my brother?
You can find me on Tunnel TV Media on all platforms, and also you can catch me on One Touch TV on all platforms, but on Twitter it's One Touch T. Big up everyone! Smash the like button as well.
V at the end.
Yeah,
crazy.
bro.
It's crazy. Anyway, love you all. See what I'm saying? It's always these nerds, bro. This guy been photoshopping us all stream, but he's like, "Oh, Quantum Razor BK. Look at my."
What the heck is that?
Just buy a PS5, bro, and just put the game in and play it. Anyway, make sure you follow everyone here on the panel. This was an absolutely fantastic show. Love you all, and see you back, inshallah, at 8 p.m. Peace out.